Yeah, we're recording. I'm Peter from Field Archery and Cut. Today I'm going to be looking at another reflex deflex hybrid longbow. Have we got a name for this yet?
No.
Have we not? We haven't thought of, well, wait, the bowyer, who's with me, hasn't thought of a name for this yet.
Number 2.
It's number 2. It is number 2. This is the second one. Let's say this is a 54-inch reflex deflex hybrid longbow. 41 at 28. What woods?
So the riser is BOCOTE with a red elm accent stripe.
Right, so BOCOTE, red elm accent stripe, and black fiberglass bamboo. Cool.
Yeah, two bamboo lamps. Yeah.
Two bamboo lamps. Right, so just you actually see that, and I always do this too quick. I know, so I'll try and. I have to say, it is a lovely lump of wood. Nice little limb tips there. Look at those. Very delicate. So that side, it really is beautifully finished. It's a stunning bit of woodwork, whichever way you look at it. Yeah, I mean that it's got the pattern of that grain structure is glorious, but it's a beautifully shaped bow. Top in there. Right, so. What's the brace height?
Good question, Peter.
We'll find out what the brace height is, if we don't know. It sort of looks about right there. On my shrew, it should be 7 3/4. And on my Archery taper, I still don't know how to pronounce that, it's 8.5. So obviously this style of bow can accommodate lots of different brace heights.
It might be about 7 3/4, something like that.
I mean, it looks a little bit light to me. I mean, that's 8, so I reckon. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll measure it. So let's do it. That's the best way to do it. So first things first, measure the brace height, because this, whatever this is the correct brace height, because we've just been shooting it. 7 3/8. No, 7 3/8, maybe 7 8, 7.5. There you go. Seems to like it. Check the poundage. At 28. I'm also going to do the poundage at 27 and at 26. 29 and 30 actually, just to give you an idea. But just as always, we start off with start off with 28. Work our way back and forth. Generally speaking, if I do come to full draw right-handed, it's 26, 27-ish. You're about 26, 27.
That same as you, Peter.
Yeah, about that. So we're both going to shoot it. I'm going to run through these ones. Keith's got some really nice wood arrows that he shoots out of it, so you can shoot those. The woods are 416 grain, but again, where's the scales? The only reason I say that, I've always had mine there until Barry bought a paper tester through the other week.
Yeah, sure.
And I had a straight rip, and I did it down there, and I went, it's almost 90 degrees, that's wrong. I was getting almost a perfect bullet hole. So we might need to do that with next time Barry's down. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just to fine tune it, because again, we want it to be better and better. So there we go. Anyway, it's got the True Balance scales, set at 0. And we'll go to there. There. This is, I mean, just look at that limb profile. It's just smooth. So 40.5, let me pull it up again. There. Or 39.5. I'll give over. I just measured it at 41. Let me go. Third time lucky. So I want that, as per usual. I want that about there. And sometimes when I'm looking, I can't really see it. We're at 0.
Yep.
There.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, because of the shape, I can't actually see that. So I was guessing.
That's where you said.
And I was dead on 40.
Yeah.
Dead on 40.
Well, we thought it was 40. So.
Hold on, see if that will focus. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Right, now for the fun bit, we're going to do 27, 26 for a lot, because this draws out to because another mate of mine has shot this at 29. So we're going to do 28, we're going to do 29, we've done 28, it's 40 at 28. Now I'm going to go to 29, which is there. And again, I'll do that way, and then Keith can tell me if I'm doing it right. I want to go to about there.
Yep.
Right. That is smooth, 42.5. So the extra inch, 2.5 pounds. Right, now back down to 27.
Which is probably roughly what we're going to
We'll most probably be shooting it at 27, so the speed test will
so it should be
definitely, we'll average it out.
37.5, 38.
Yeah, you should be a couple of pounds to be smooth, that's what you want. Let's do that way, because then you can tell me whether I'm right. It's nice to have somebody tell you when you're getting it right. I don't normally guess. Yeah?
That's it.
Yeah. 37.5 pounds. So 27 is 37.5. So 40 at 28, 37.5 at 27,
42 and a bit.
42.5 at 29. So just for a laugh, we'll do 26, because quite often I do smidge down to 26.
35.
Should be. Yeah. We'll go for that. We'll go for that. Yeah?
Yep.
There. No. Somehow I've got up to 150. That can't be right.
Now that is a good design.
Let's try that. Let's try that again. It was very smooth shooting 150. No, this only goes up to. Oh, we're off the scale. It goes up to 90. So, right, here we go. There?
Yep.
There. 35. Well done. He was calling them out. So 35, 26. Oh, me like you lots. Get that off. Right. So first things first, we're both going to shoot a selection, because then we might have an idea of whether we're shooting correctly. I'm going to shoot the light ones. Actually, I'll just quickly run through these, just one shot each. We'll start off with the usual heavy. I've got a quiver on the wrong side. Sort that out. Right. So I've got, first one is 400 spine. 300 pole, 100 grain insert. So 400 up front, very heavy FOC. Look at that. 665 total weight. And these are still set up for. I'm going to spin those round. Right. Tell you what, maybe slightly not high, but 132 feet per second with a 665 feet. I mean, it's not quite buffalo territory, but it's heading in there. I mean, that's a telegraph pole. You think your woods are 416? They're your lightweight ones. Oh, there's another. Which one is that one? And that was a 400 spine, 29-inch arrow. This is 595, 200 point file, and 150, so 350 up front. Again, still set up for. Really, really smooth. I mean, because you've watched the videos before, normally right-handed, I'm up and away. I felt like I actually held that. Very strange. So first one was 132. nice. 139 feet per second. That's just under 600, that's 595. That is a really, really heavy arrow, no matter where you are in the world. 139 feet per second. Next one is, John, 500 spine. With 150 pole, 150 insert, so 300 grains up front. Ooh. You can't hear a thing. 145 feet per second. I'm going to take those out because I was going to start smashing out. So that was a 520 grain arrow.
Oh, I'll take that.
That's all right. Oh, well, that was a 520 grain arrow. 500, remember, 40-pound bow. Yeah, no, it's really heavy. Right, so let's go. What's next? That was 145 feet per second. 520 grain. Right, now we're going down to what I call sort of sensible arrow weights for a 40-pound bow. We've got 498, 498 grains total weight. And this has got 175 grain pole, 100 grain pole, insert, so 275 up front. Then 157. That is no slack. Again, I'm not pulling 20, I'm pulling around that 27, which is 37 and a half. Let's get it right. You know, so I'm pulling around that 27 mark, because I'm only putting it there. To me, 28 is back there. I'm only putting it there. So I'm getting 27, and that was 157 feet per second with a 498, 500 grain arrow, 498 grain arrow. Right. Right, my standard V-Force. This is 600 spine V-Force Junior. 125 grain pole, standard alley insert, whatever they weigh. It's 10, 14 degrees. 174 feet per second. That's no slabs. 350 grain. Whew. 174 feet per second. Next one is good. So I've gone back up the 500 spine, and this is 339. Again, if I was going to be shooting this, I'd be shooting 600 spine, 125, 150 up front, or for 3D, lighter than that. You know, you just want speed. You only want to stick it right. So this is 339. 174 feet per second. That's the sun. Right, so it's 11 grains. So obviously, man, I must have short drawed that. Never mind. Right, that was 339, 174. Right, now we're going to the speedsters. These are going to be fast. It's like all trad bows. To be honest, you really want to stick with that anywhere 8 grains per pound and upwards. But it's like all things. We know because we've helped with the testing. We have deliberately just check out on the process gone below that. It won't be recommended. It won't be guaranteed or anything like that. It's basically and you wouldn't do it if you shot a trad bow. But just for testing purposes, to give you an idea of what you could achieve. And again, no warranty would be ever offered on anything like this. So we're looking at. Oh, I've got about 600. 256 grains, which is 37 and a half. Well, 43 sevens, 28. No. 4 sevens. Where am I going? Oh, I want to shoot. Yes. 40. Let's just shoot this. Let's get it right. So 40-pound bow, 8 bays, 4, 8, 32. So yeah, 320. You'd be looking at 320 would be your minimum. But we're just going a couple of shots out under that just to see what we can get. So this is a VAP 600 spine, 256 grains, 256 grains. And bear in mind I'm shooting at 37.5, not 40, so again, that's what I was working out. So it's 320. It would be around, you could mostly say if you went 7 grains per pound at 37.5, you'd most probably be around that. This 275, so we're going just below that, so 256. It didn't like it, you heard it, you felt it, but 190 feet per second with a 37.5-pound bow. And I have to say, it's almost knock on, it's most probably been the straightest arrow I've shot out of the lot. There you go. Got a VAP 800 spine, but this is 280. This might be okay. I reckon if you're definitely clout shooting or something like that, this might be the one to go for. 185. A little bit quieter than the VAP 600, but yeah. There's no, you hear the shot, you feel the shot, but then there's no twanging afterwards, there's no vibration afterwards. And this is one I just picked up. This is a 700 spine. And in a way,